opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Hall once more. Along the sideline past midfield. And he's all the way into enemy territory, officially at the 49. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
To throw it on first down. Brought in right side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Tackle made by Miles Murphy. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jermaine Pratt picks it. And the Bengals will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate, in this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth. Who's going to respond next? I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Here we go.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Burton there to bring it in. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute no-no. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of the football because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee with either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limbo.
He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Kate, you just know as a quarterback there's situations where you're going to gain the trust of the play caller or quickly lose it. And when you take back-to-back sacks, you've lost the trust of your coordinator. And now on third down, well, you better do all you can to regain it.
He sends this one to the end zone. Big gain downfield. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Point after, up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Evans now to return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. He's going deep. He's got it at the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jermaine Pratt-Dixon. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
A lot of grass ahead. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Launches one deep downfield. It's Sauce Gardner on the interception. And the Jets will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Looking to the air here. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Here's a throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right. They connect on the deep shot. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Hall. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 38. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
Running it after the penalty. And this one does not go far. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle, and he moves the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Throwing this back in the end zone. He's got it. Looks like the feet are in bounds, too. Oh, I don't believe it. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. On now is Cook to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
On point, ready?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Cut out left. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
A give right side, here's Bigsby. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Look at that work, turning those legs, driving across the 15. And he has it all the way down to the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Let's get set.
They give it to him again. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
On 1, ready?
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone.
Here we go.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
11.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
11 MT.
On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense.
Butker knocks it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Jets pushing for a score before the break. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
That one's complete, right side. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Throwing from the gun. Taking a deep shot here. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
2nd and 10 now. Forced out to his right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Third and long for him here. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. No return on that punt. And it'll be Bengals football. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Behind.
Burrow from the gun. That's complete to Parker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Here we go.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First down, Burrow to throw. Completes this one to Chase. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go. Behind.
From the 47. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Behind.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
And this punt works out. It's going to cross the 20, be touchdown at the 16-yard line.
Let's go now.
One last play before the break. He'll throw it. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Gun. Dot.
Blown back, it's the handoff. Barrels in for the touchdown. The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. McPherson to add the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals make it a 10-point ball game. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They start the half with a give to Hall. This is ahead for about 5. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
From the 31. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down, ball at the 36.
Here we go.
They go play action here. It is Cup, left side. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Hall running between the tackles. Past midfield to the 45. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They send a man in motion. They'll throw on first. He throws a bullet to the... Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jordan Battle with the INT. And the Bengals will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
He rolls to his right. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Jets will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Oh my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Working quickly here. Touchdown, New York! He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Returning it from the 4. And he'll be out of bounds at the 22-yard line on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Handoff now out of the gun. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinton Williams. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here we go.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. He's on the move. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Well, sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
Gets everything he had. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Evans now to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Back to the air here on 2nd and 10. He's throwing deep to the left side. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Bengals will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4?
Here we go.
He probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Get set. Eleven mighty.
Play action now. Burrow. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbles it and drops it.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. New series coming up following the punt. And it'll be Jets football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. 16 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jordan Battle with the INT. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah,
He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter, they all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Chased out to his right. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. Hits the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow setting up the play action. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. This one misses the tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Here we go. Dot.
They'll run it from the gun. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage
Here we go.
and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
And that one won't flip the field at all. It's down just beyond the 40-yard line. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Let's go now.
Handoff running left. Here's Hall. Making defenders pay for trying to tackle him. That one hits for 30. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
From the red zone now. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that'll bring up second down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Jets make it a 4-point game here in the fourth. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he's still...
Oh, it's a fake. Looks like they're going to throw. And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down.
On 1, ready?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11. 11, MT, Tate.
Looking to throw, Burrow. Finds Chase on the slant. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Gun, gun. Dot. Dot.
Give up the gut to Bigsby. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
Let's get set. Dot.
They run it again with Bigsby. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Let's go.
Offense up to the line fast.
Dot. Dot.
Again, it's Bigsby. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the 1st.
Well, I know everybody on that offensive side of the ball appreciates that kind of effort. Got it by more than just a couple of inches. In fact, no need for a measurement on that as they move the chains.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
That's caught for the 1st. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals now lead by 10. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals drive their lead to 11. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Pass play coming here. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 8. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets now within 1 score in the 4th. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Huge moment here for the Jets as they go for 2. He's throwing for it. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals leading by 5. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Here we go, here we go.
Shotgun give now to Bigsby. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Gun.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they bring him down around the 34.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. Big gain downfield. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals push the lead up to 12. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Okay, ready?
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Trap 60, trap, go!
Now looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. Trying to push it deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Pass play on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it'll be 2nd down. They are throwing it again. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Darion Kendrick with the pick. And the Bengals will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He was a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here. So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Bengals emerge as winners as we